everybody, Hebrew for All, Boot Camp 4. So this is a workout, and it gives me the opportunity to help you to get quicker and more confident with the material that you've learned. So there are two words that we've learned in prior classes, tzarich and yachol. Okay, folks, you got to have your finger near the pause button. The word tzarich. What are the four forms of the present tense of tzarich? Go ahead and do it. Tzarich. Stop, pause, and go ahead and do it. Tzarich. If you stopped and paused, you can now hear me do it. Tzarich. Tzarich, tzricha, tzrichim, tzrichot. And what does it mean? It means need. Okay? That was tzarich. And then there was another famous word that we learned, yachol. Go ahead and pause your button, pause your video, and give me the four forms of the present tense of yachol. Yachol, yachola, yacholim, yacholot. And now, this is boot camp. So go ahead and say tzarich, immediately followed by yachol, and do it 5 times, all by your lonesome. Stick your finger up there and go, something like this. Tzarich, tzricha, tzrichim, tzrichot. Tzarich, tzricha, tzrichim, tzrichot, etc. 5 times. And yachol, yachola, yacholim, yacholot. Yachol, yachola, yacholim, yacholot. Yachol, yachola, yacholim, yacholot. Now, we learned that these words were very, very important. Why? Well, first of all, the first one means need, right? So I need water. How would you say that, folks? Pause and go ahead and say it. Ani tzarich mayim. I need a home. How would you say that, folks? I hope that you've learned the word for a home or a house. Buy it. So how would you say I need a home? Go ahead and say it. Pause if you like. Ani tzarich, buy it. With the second word that's up there, yachol, right? The word means can or able. And it's a good guide to the idea that the second of 2 verbs is always an infinitive. So what if you want to say, I can guard? So that's what I'm asking you to be prepared to write down in Hebrew right now. I can guard. So pause if you need to do so, and then write down, I can guard. And if you're not going to write it, at least be prepared to say it. How would you say I can guard? Ani yachol lishmor. And if it's a woman speaking, how are you going to say I can guard? Go ahead and say it. Ani yachola lishmor. Okay. And what if you say, I need to buy a home? So I'll put it down in English. I need to buy a home. Okay, pause if you have to. If you're that fluent that you're already saying these things fluently right off the bat, more power to you. How are you going to say, I need to buy a home? Go. Ani tzarich liknot bayit. Or, if it's a woman speaking, ani tzricha liknot bayit. In these 2 examples, I've shown you how after can and after need, you must have an infinitive if it's a verb. If it's I need water, I need a doctor, then that's obviously not a verb. Okay? And the next thing that I want to do a review on as part of this boot camp, I'm going to finish up on this point, is there are 2 charts. The ani chart and the OT chart. The ani chart and the OT chart. So I would like to hear you're giving us the ani chart. So, ready, begin. Your turn. Pause if you have to and go. And if you've done it, now you can hear me. Ani, ata, at, hu, he, anachnu, atem, aten, hem, hein. That was the ani chart. And folks, the OT chart. You got to practice it. It's got to be in boot camp style. It's got to come off the tip of your tongue like a rapid fire. Okay, so pause if you have to. The OT chart. Go ahead and do it on your own. And here's me. Oti, otcha, otach, oto, ota, otanu, etchem, etchen, otam, otan. Notice how I'm using my fingers to locate a space up there in the air of the class, so to speak. It helps my memory and it helps me keep everything perfectly straight. And now, since it's boot camp, let's say it in perfect unison. Say it along with me. First time, we're going to say it a little methodically slow, and then the second time we'll say it faster. The class will then end, but then you can go ahead and do it a number of times as part of Boot Camp 4. So here it goes. Ani, ata, at, hu, he, anachnu, atem, aten, hem, hen, and along with me, folks. Perfect unison. This is Boot Camp. Oti, otcha, otach, oto, ota, otanu, etchen, etchen, otam, otan. And now a little faster. Practice it and bring it up to speed. Something like this. Ani, ata, at, hu, he, anachnu, atem, aten, hem, hen, oti, otcha, otach, oto, ota, otanu, etchem, etchen, otam, otan. It was a pleasure learning with you. Practice. That's what boot camp is all about. This was Boot Camp 4. Shalom, shalom.